What's up, Taiwan? I'm Brossard with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Beijing says it's finished military drills it launched around Taiwan on Monday morning. Khan brings us this update.
China says it has completed its Joint Sword 2024B exercise as of 6 p.m. Monday. Now, while it lasted, Taiwan's military says it deployed anti-ship and anti-air missiles, as well as scrambled dozens of aircraft to intercept Chinese aircraft flying around Taiwan. China announced it would conduct Joint Sword 2024B on Monday at 5 a.m. Taiwan reported at least 125 Chinese military aircraft operating around the country from that time until 4 p.m. 17 naval ships were also spotted sailing around Taiwan. This was one of the largest exercises that China has conducted around Taiwan. China says these drills practice blockading and controlling key ports and areas in Taiwan, while also practicing how to strike targets on land and at sea. These drills came just days after Taiwan celebrated its National Day, where President Lai Ching-te gave a speech saying the Republic of China, which is Taiwan's official name, and the People's Republic of China are not subordinate to each other. That statement was seen as very provocative by China, as it considers Taiwan as part of its own territory. Even though Lai's speech overall is seen as pretty restrained, some say China was still looking for a pretext to conduct these drills. Earlier, I spoke to one analyst who said that Beijing was always going to react with military drills.
I think it's really important to note that President Lai's speech was very, he tried to strike a very even tone and choose words that resembled those of President Tsai and just find a lot of continuity. And I think there's a really clear indicator here that even with that good effort by President Lai, Beijing is just not having it. And that's a really important sign, I think, for everybody to take.
Taiwan's military says that both the Coast Guard and the Navy worked together to intercept ships that were sailing around the country. The military said that groups of Chinese Coast Guard ships were sailing in convoys around Taiwan's main island and trying to encircle Taiwan. With the exercises now over and tensions still high between China and Taiwan, it's yet to be seen whether there will be more joint sword drills in the future. Scott Huang and Jaime Khan in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Coast Guard has detained a Chinese man for possible intrusion on one of the Jinmen Islands. Coast Guard footage shows officials apprehending the man before taking him to Jinmen's main island for questioning. The Coast Guard says they found the man in a rubber boat and that he was making an illegal crossing from China just a few kilometers away. An unnamed Coast Guard source says the man claimed to be seeking freedom from political persecution, but an official Coast Guard statement says they could not rule out the crossing being a Chinese gray zone tactic performed as China held large-scale military drills around Taiwan. One of Taiwan's largest civil defense groups has slammed China's decision to sanction its founder, calling the move politically motivated. Kuma Academy was responding to sanctions placed on its founder, legislator Puma Shen, and a major donor, Robert Cao. Cao is one of the richest people in Taiwan. Kuma Academy is a group that prepares people for natural disasters and war. The two men are behind an upcoming TV series called 0 Day that depicts a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. Beijing has banned both from entering China for what it calls separatist acts. A vote to recall Keelung Mayor George Xie on Sunday failed to remove him from office, but the result is highlighting Taiwan's recall laws and partisan divides. Eric Gao reports.
我们这一场选战已经顺利结束了，谢谢大家。
Keelung Mayor George Xie returns to work after dodging an attempt to remove him from office. Xie has faced a campaign for his removal since becoming mayor of the northern city in December 2022. Campaigners say he hasn't fulfilled his election promises, pointing to allegations of corruption in the operation of a local mall. The vote to recall him saw a turnout of just over 50%, with 55.15% voting against and 44.85% in favor.
其实这一次的选举，他们并没有输，基隆的公民、基隆的市民更没有输，因为我们用民主投票的方式来完成了70几年来从来都未能完成的罢免投票。
Taiwan's election laws mean Xie won't face another recall vote for his remaining 2 years in office. Although the campaign to recall Xie failed, nearly 70,000 people voted against him.
今天我们拿到的罢免票是有7万票，这代表我们的心声一路以来都有被我们的基隆市民所听见。请谢国良市长认清到，今天有7万名的基隆人对你的施政感到不满。
Xie's party, the Kuomintang, has accused the ruling Democratic Progressive Party of coordinating the campaign. They're worried that it could spur other recall petitions around the country.
今天台湾的这个民主啊，应该还是在一个良性竞争，不是动辄以用罢免的方式，想要用报复或者是冰斗的方式。如果是继续这样的一个作为的话，那当然无助于朝野的一个协调，也事实上只是造成社会更多的对立而已。
Only one mayor has ever been successfully recalled here in Taiwan, when former mayor of Kaohsiung, Han Kuo-yu, was removed in 2020. While Xie is in the clear for now, the residents of his city have made their opinions clear and sent a powerful message to other politicians in Taiwan. Eason Chen, Tiffany Wong, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Concerns are growing that key sectors in Taiwan may soon be facing a severe labor shortage. Every year, state-owned enterprises in Taiwan hold exams for prospective employees, but the number of applicants has hit a new low, and some firms are looking outside the country for talent. Wesley Lewis reports.
Sitting through exams, these applicants are hoping to secure a job at one of Taiwan's many state-owned enterprises. Companies like Taipower and CPC, the country's main petroleum company.
相对比较稳定，然后等于说人生后面就是固定好。
Most of the applicants here are recent college graduates, drawn to the competitive wages that these state-owned enterprises offer.
上一份工作大概3万多的薪水，考进去起薪就是4万多，那可能接下来还会再加。
Despite the perks, only around half of the 21,000 people who registered to take the exam actually showed up. That's a 3-year low. On top of low exam attendance, Taipower has also reported a shortage of skilled contractors. This has prompted the company to roll out a new initiative to train more migrant workers to make up for the looming manpower shortage.
语言上面大家要先沟通嘛。台电来讲，它确实是一个要专业技术的，那它必须要去考的证照，所以也会辅导他考证照。
As the country faces a potential labor shortage in key sectors, companies like Taipower say they will do more to offer migrant workers and prospective employees above market wages and professional training, in a bid to attract and retain needed talent. John Su and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
TikTok is taking action to fight the increasing number of online scam ads in Taiwan. It's going to set up a communication channel with Taiwan's government by the end of the month and appoint legal representative here. Taiwan's government has already worked with Google, Facebook, and Line to set up fraud reporting mechanisms. Security experts say combating fraud ads is an issue that needs to be addressed at all levels.
投放方式可能是透过国内或是国外的这个广告代理商的平台，第三国家做投放，然后把目标国家设定为台湾，所以它并没有办法在这个广告上面做有效审核。
Taiwan recorded almost 59,000 scam ads in the past year and a half. TSMC is reportedly planning more production sites in Europe. Its first one in Dresden, Germany, is currently under construction. Taiwan's technology minister Wu Cheng-wen told Bloomberg that the chip giant is already planning its next few fabs for different market sectors, including artificial intelligence. But TSMC has remained tight-lipped, saying it's focusing on its current multiple billion-dollar projects in the US, Japan, and Germany, with no plans to announce new ones at this time. SpaceX has logged a historic milestone for space technology as the US spacecraft maker successfully caught a first-stage rocket booster after a test flight. Staffers cheered as the booster returned safely to the launch tower. The company's goal is to reuse rocket parts for multiple missions. SpaceX is the only US company certified to carry astronauts. The company launched a rescue mission in late September to retrieve 2 NASA astronauts stuck on the International Space Station after a test mission for a Boeing spacecraft ran into problems. Taiwan is consistently ranked as one of the most halal-friendly countries in East Asia. But what's pushing the drive? We follow some halal-certified Taiwanese businesses looking to expand in Malaysia. Tiffany Wong reports from Kuala Lumpur.
From local Malay food to Indian rice dishes and Chinese noodle soups, Malaysia is a heaven for foodies with diverse palates. And for over 64% of the local population, it's important that that food is halal, meaning prepared according to Islamic law. Over 20 million Malaysians are Muslim and follow a set of ethical practices that include avoiding products that may have come into contact with pork and alcohol. Now, foreign food vendors hoping to penetrate the Malaysian market are changing their menus to suit that requirement. Like this Taiwanese coffee shop, which just opened its first location in Malaysia.
那因为他们信仰跟宗教的关系，他们就是会对于食品会有一个特别的认证，就是清真的认证。所以我们在原物料的部分，就是也是花蛮长时间要去找，就是有这个认证的供应商。
That's caused some major changes for their brand.
But everything on the menu here in Kuala Lumpur is completely different from the menu in Taiwan. For example, this coconut milk latte and this coconut pandan cake known as onde onde are all made to suit Malaysian tastes. And part of that is making sure everything is halal.
The first step is finding halal certified suppliers for raw materials like coffee beans and sugar, who do not use alcohol for disinfection or for preservatives. And this cafe has found a partner in Taiwan's first halal certified sugar company that's here in Malaysia, participating in the world's biggest halal trade fair. This sugar company spent over a year completely changing their production processes to meet halal guidelines, making sure the winter melon and sugar production processes are suitably clean for Muslim consumption, accruing over $50,000 in fees for the adjustments. The end product, these halal certified winter melon tea bricks, a transportable, ready-to-brew Taiwanese staple.
It's really a Taiwan team, Team Taiwan, that we can come together and then to spread this authentic, traditional beverage to the world.
Taiwan is considered one of the most halal-friendly countries in East Asia, and Taiwanese businesses like these are adapting what they offer to make their customers feel more welcome. According to the Taiwan Halal Center, more and more Taiwanese companies are applying for halal certification and looking to expand their markets abroad.
台湾目前的清真厂商从2017年的700多家进展到现在是1000多家。那当然也是因为我们跟东南亚的国家在旅游上的东南亚的旅客来有更多的目的地是倾向来到于台湾。那这也是我们就是展现跟东南亚更友好的一种方式，就是我们也更愿意的就是说互惠，就是去拓展更多的东南亚的市场。
And Malaysia is eager to play host to these companies by holding trade fairs that match foreign vendors with local partners.
Of course, they want to look for market here in Malaysia, but beyond that, they also want to look at the neighboring countries' market, ASEAN market. ASEAN with 10 countries has close to nearly 700 million population, with gross domestic product of nearly $4 trillion.
As Taiwan diversifies its trade away from China and looks south, Malaysia and its halal markets may be just what it needs in a steady economic partner in the region. Patrick Chen and Tiffany Wong in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for TaiwanPlus.
Thanks for watching What's Up Taiwan. Visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more of our stories. Finally, Berlin has held its 20th annual Festival of Lights. Here are some of the bright spots in the show. I'm Brossard. Take care. I'll see you next time.